I'm the Southwest Shaman. I'm only saying these things to address you. And goddamn, I look like I haven't came out of a fucking. It look like I just came out of a motherfucking a hole or something. But anyway. It's not about so much what I wanna. It shouldn't be about what I look like. Even though that's probably the first thing, right? Let me just put you far away. That way you're not bugged out. I want to be bugged out, right? Because the paradox is I can get dressed up, I can get cleaned up and look very nice. But when inspiration comes, it comes. I wanted to talk about just the idea of stillness. And then that's when the thoughts come. Or that's when the realizations come, actually. Without distraction. How often do people do that? Aren't we usually in a rush to hurry up and get distracted? What up, flying terrier? What up, what up, what up, what up? Waiting to see if my mother's gonna make a crazy appearance right now before I keep speaking on something on this. I only say this because once I keep speaking, she'll come out. She'll be like, "Who are you talking to?" Right? So hold on. Okay. For those of you who remain, I really thank you for being you. This is gonna come out slowly, as it should. I'm someone who's always been very comfortable being a fool or whatever. Are you done? Okay. It's hilarious, right? I'm someone who's never cared about what they look like. And in this moment, I'm like, okay. So, for the first time, I'm like sitting here like, yo, in the stillness, I just came out here to sit here. I mean, it's Arizona, it's hot, but check it out. Once you're outside for a moment, in the shade, it's not that bad, okay? Off the rip, that's something that keeps people inside, right? They're thinking, oh, it's too hot to be outside. If you sit in the shade, you're good, okay? That's just one thing. But I realized that daydreaming is not daydreaming. I mean, it's a figure of speech, of course, but like, it's just thinking, right? So what is the number one thing that everything's in place to keep you from doing or make you, all right, I like to speak for myself, right, generally. So I just write down shit, and I have it all. The big question is there been a fear of thinking for me? And did I want someone else to do it for me? I mean, my behavior would suggest the opposite, right? But it's all perspective. It all has to do with the perspective that I would take against the things that you would have to do in your day-to-day life, as though they weren't exciting or I shouldn't be enthusiastic about them. So with these things in place, I'm realizing, I'm saying, like, these are becoming the pillars of my channel. One of the main topics. What do you think? That is the topic. That's like it's gonna be the ongoing theme. Okay, maybe I should, yeah, theme. How about that? Theme. The theme. What do you think? What do you think? Because at all times, I'm just talking about myself. Let me see how much time I've got. Alright, because I'm going to be posting these on my channel. So, I'm like sitting here. I'm sitting here. And it's every time, I noticed it's every time you can sit and observe that there is constant motion. Rather than just be like perpetually distracted by something else, right? So there, it's like it's always about the paradoxes, the paradoxical things that we experience. Like, okay, or that are applied, rather. What I'm saying is stillness amongst motion. Like, sure, I can come outside and look around and be distracted by everything happening. But if I sit still and daydream or allow myself to start to daydream. There it is. See, every time I start to drift, it's like that's when I notice. That's all you have to do. And that's like that's the presence of God, right? That's it right there. That's the presence of God, because there's never not motion. There's never not rhythm. Hi. Who is that? Rob. What up, what up? What up, what up, what up, what up? But you know, these are just, I hope I'm sparking thoughts, man, amongst your minds. Because this is just me talking to me, right? Working this thing out. So sync up, because it's like, yo, in the moment of, see, I got distracted. Things pop up to distract me from syncing up with the fact that there's just a constant rhythm, constant motion. And the other thing that I realized is there's so many things that are in place to distract me from the fact that in here there's an internal teacher. And then when I affirm it with the voice in my head, it's only affirming what I already know vocally inside my head. But the paradox is there as well, as you're like wondering, is this me thinking this, or is this me listening to this? Hence why people might be afraid to think a lot or think too much, because it's like, it's almost scary. You're like, maybe somebody else could do it for me. Well, or is that decision made for you before you already have the option? Somebody's already thinking for you. Somebody's already thinking for you. Even when you think you're not. Like this is, and I'm speaking for myself, of course, again, once I like to say this. Even when I thought I was thinking for myself, perhaps I was only wanting, or someone else was, when I was just being rebellious, maybe.